prior to them coming here, we knew from past experience that the first thing they would do is lock the gates. They got wind of what's going on, obviously. So 6 of us decided that we'd go and pin the gates back and hold them open for the march to come up peacefully and march in for the day in the park.
And in doing so, made a lot of other people aware, because they were pretty rough when handling the men out of their gates. And that made more people angry. And the next demonstration we had, when they were in prison, there was even more. And there was one old workman coming up, trudging up. He wasn't with the march, with his bicycle, and he shouted out, "Come on, I can see you lot there." And all of a sudden, a lot of policemen's helmets appeared from behind the bushes. They were lying in wait for us to force another entry. And they were keeping out of sight, but they intended to grab us again. But they had bruises to prove, they were rough.
You wouldn't believe it today, would you? Really wouldn't believe it that it could happen. And this is where it all ended up. In the media, everywhere. 6 jailed over sixpence. We've been incarcerated in Her Majesty's prison under some acts they pulled back from 1361. We were literally dragged down the road. We were determined to keep those gates open. They wouldn't dare take us away. They wouldn't dare put us in prison. They damn well did dare, and they did put us in prison,
With that, we were marched down to the chief warden, and he said, "You refuse to work, but you'll accept our hospitality." Well, you can imagine the jokes that was flying around the room. Hospitality? You're kidding us, And it was George Bowell then that said, "Well, just a minute, the governor's got a point. We don't work, we don't eat." So we said, look, we agreed that the 5 of us, remember, Betty was in a different prison. We agreed there and then, yeah, fine, keep the food. No disrespect to you whatsoever, but we won't accept your hospitality. That's the only one with hospitality we're being offered that we can refuse. And that's the one we're refusing, is the food. So we went on a hunger strike. The procedure in the prisons for a hunger strike is you have to collect your food. You have to collect each meal, take it back to your cell, put it in the cell on the floor. A prison officer would look at it. He wouldn't photograph it, but he would look at it and take a rough idea in his mind. And the next meal, before you got the next meal, he would come and check if anything's missing. Then you would take those meals out, put them wherever they went, and collect the new meal. do the same there, same work 24 hours a day.
Callahan was the Home Secretary at the time. He's the one who called for the report. And I think in actual fact he's the one that appointed a special judge to get us out of prison. And quite frankly, I was totally indignant. They actually put me in prison. So therefore the 6 of us decided we would go on hunger strike, and we did do. There was a Justice of the Peace there, Betty Bell, there was 2 councillors. The clearance judge had cleared us out of prison because he was told to get us out because the embarrassment to the government was just too much.